Good morning, sir. I am discussing the Philippine President from Ramon Magsaysay to Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Ramon Magsaysay, known as the champion of the masses, he also helped farmers by supporting land reform, improved public transportation and peace program. Ramon Magsaysay served as the seventh president of the Philippines from 1953 until his death in a plane crash in 1957. He is remembered for successfully defeating the Communist Hawk Rebellion, implementing agrarian and social reform, and being a champion of the common people due to his integrity and populist appeal. Carlos P. Garcia, famous for his Filipino First policy. This was the hallmark of his presidency, emphasizing economic independence and national dignity by giving a preferential treatment to Filipino-owned business in the economy, gave priority to Filipino business over foreign companies. He also promoted economic independence and encouraged national pride. Diosdado Upangan Macapagal, 1910-1977, was the ninth President of the Philippines, serving from 1961 to 1965. He known as the poor boy from Lubao for his humble beginnings and for his effort to fight corruption and stimulate the economy during his presidency. His daughter Gloria Macapagal Arroyo later became the fourth president in the Philippines. He changed our Independence Day from July 4 to June 12. He also introduced land reforms laws. Ferdinand Marcos Sr., 20 years presidency, 1965-1986, is a period of Philippine history marked by initial promises of reform and infrastructure development, which later gave way to an authoritarian martial law regime notorious for human rights abuses, widespread corruption, and a severe economic crisis. He was ousted from power by the 1986 People Power Revolution. First two-term 1965-1972. Marcos was the first Filipino president to win a second term, during which he focused heavily on infrastructure but also began taking on significant foreign debt. Corazon Aquino was the first female president of the Philippines. As President, Aquino oversaw the drafting of the 1987 Constitution, which limited the power of the presidency and re-established the bicameral Congress, removing the previous dictatorial government structure. Helped restore democracy, led the People Power Revolution after her husband, opposition leader Benigno Aquino Jr., was assassinated in 1983. Corazon Aquino emerged as the leader of the anti-Marcos movement following fraudulent snap election in 1986. She called for massive peaceful protests that ultimately led to Marcos' exile and her installation as president. Fidel V. Ramos. He improved the country's economy and peace. He also focused on modernization, energy supply, and tourism. He helped bring political stability to the nation. Under Ramos' administration, the Philippines experienced economic growth and stability. Ramos' vision of the Philippines 2000 led the country into a newly industrialized country in the world and the Tiger Cub economy in Asia. Ramos ended the government monopoly over the skies and opened a vision to new players. Joseph Estrada, known as Hirap para sa Mahirap, he focused on poverty reduction and agricultural development. His presidency ended early due to issues of corruption. Agrarian reform. The Estrada administration, within the coverage of the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program, carp to the landers peasant in the countryside, distributing more than 266,000 hectares of land to 175,000 landless farmers, including land owned by the traditional rural life. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. She strengthened the economy and improved infrastructure. She also strengthened education. She promoted technology and foreign investment. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo presidency from 2001 to 2010 was marked by economic growth alongside numerous corruption scandals and political stability. Her action had a lasting and complex impact on the Philippines' economic achievement. Arroyo, a trained economist, prioritized economic reform to boost fiscal stability and attract foreign investment. Sustained growth. The country saw average annual economic growth of 4.5% during his term, a higher rate than her three predecessors. This stability helped the economy weather the 2008 global financial crisis. Benigno Noynoy Aquino III, known for his daang matuwid straight path governance. He focused on governance, anti-corruption, and economic growth. The Philippines became one of the Asia's fast-growing economies under his term. The son of Ninoy Aquino and Corazon Aquino, Noynoy served as the 15th President of the Philippines from 2010 to 2016. His presidency followed the death of his mother, riding a wave of public support to win the 2010 presidential election. He died peaceful in his sleep on June 24, 2021 at the age of 61. The cause of death was renal disease secondary to diabetes. Rodrigo Roa Duterte. He focused on the war on drugs. He also focused on infrastructure development, build, and peace talk. He improved transportation and disaster response system. During his presidency from 2016 to 2022, Rodrigo Duterte's time in office was defined by his brutal war on drugs and foreign policy pivot towards China, which were met with widespread international condemnation. His administration also oversaw an large-scale infrastructure program and implemented several social and economic reforms. Duterte is a highly polarizing figure, and in March 2025, he was arrested and transferred to the International Criminal Court (ICC) to face charges of crimes against humanity. Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. He focused on economic recovery, agriculture, and education improvement. He also worked to strengthen international relations and promote unity among Filipinos. Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., the 17th President of the Philippines, has implemented policies focusing on post-pandemic economic recovery, infrastructure development, and an independent foreign policy. Since taking office in June 2022, his administration initiatives and action have produced both notable accomplishment and significant challenge.